Hey, Mikey, you want to play an overcomplicated game of warfare where you have 1,000 different pips and 1,000 different rules and
1,000 different rules?
1,000 different rules and make it realistic while you're two giant robots slugging it out.
Old-fashioned style?
Old-fashioned style. Well.
Yes.
Anyway, we're just kidding. It's actually BattleTech.
It is BattleTech.
We're going to talk about BattleTech today.
Transformers.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not Pacific Rim. Oh, man. I'm wrong. I need to stop talking now.
All right, so this is actually BattleTech has been around for a long time. It's one of the older games. It is a tabletop miniature game where you're piloting a oversized, like basically a walking tank, and you're just slugging it out with each other. BattleTech has always been overly complicated, in my opinion.
1,000 different rules, actually.
Yeah, it can get real detailed and complicated. Imagine you've never played a Warhammer historical war game with the chits.
I've only had nightmares of Tom playing it.
He doesn't even play historical games. Imagine 40K on crack. It's just so many the historical games. There's so many rules,
so many
and
figures
various,
too.
No, there's they're chits, so it's even crazier. So, but it's overly complicated, but it's supposed to be more accurate and historically accurate, and it is historically accurate.
Like
and
realism involved.
Yeah, there's a lot of realism involved, down to the weather and the terrain and anything like that, which is fun if that's what you like. Because now that I'm getting older, I'm thinking about it. But BattleTech.
So you're saying this is for old people?
No, this is at this point it's old people. But no, BattleTech, and I was surprised because BattleTech's really popular, and there's a big league around here. I think it plays in another store. There's a pretty big league around here. So if you ever wanted to, if you're in the Cleveland area or you just want to know anything about it, search BattleTech, local area game or
BattleTech
Society.
City.
Yeah, and it's a pretty good community, I guess. I don't know. I've seen them. They come here, they shop, they buy things. So I sell it like crazy, BattleTech. They came out with from Catalyst Games, they came out with the newest version of a BattleTech beginner box, which I'm like, let me see, because I like BattleTech. I haven't played it in a while. And I said, let me see how they do. I'm surprised how simple they broke this rules down for it here. Like, I always remember it being super complicated, and it still could be if you like the complicated game, but this, if you want to get into BattleTech or you like the idea of two robots slugging it out, or not even robots, two giant tanks slugging it out, and you want to pilot one. I mean, they have a lot of BattleTech video games that do real well.
They do.
It is very simplified. Like the booklet to play the game is streamlined, and you're like, the rules are very simplified. They come down with the little markers where you can mark off the damage and how it works, and they just made it super simple. And the dice rolls and explaining, and they did a really good job with this. It comes with 2 plastic miniatures and then a few other cardboard cutouts that you can use, and a mat, and then some dice.
That's a beginner box, so it has everything ready to go.
Yeah, $25.
Starter box.
Yeah, and if you want to play, it's good for 2 people to play it and get it started, and then enter this world. Now, BattleTech is another one of those old games that have been around for ever. It's got a big history.
Well, what did me and John talked about Robotech? Is that any affiliation?
No, I don't know. I don't know enough about Robotech.
I think it has a slight one from back when they first were licensed and stuff like that, but I don't know. Yeah,
maybe.
Besides the fact, that video I just plugged.
Yeah, but BattleTech is set in the far future. Well, not too far future. Far enough. Not 40K far future, but
what about like 2038 far future?
No, not cyberpunk far future, but like
2065.
I can't remember.
2100.
I want to say 26 or something like that. I want to say. I can't imagine. Oh, it's the 40th anniversary. Yeah, 40 years.
Nice.
So it's set in the fairly far future where the mankind has expanded in the galaxies, and then of course you have the different empires and clans and groups within that universe. Well, that's what these guys are. These are like part of the warfare where they fight for fight for their group or their clan or their country or the universe or empire, and they have whole backgrounds for different people in different groups and everything. It's all human. You know, I don't think there's too many aliens. In fact, I don't think there's any.
Sorry, alien lovers.
Yeah, no, sorry, alien lovers. I can't remember there being aliens, but it incorporates basically BattleTechs are just walking tanks, and there's a whole backstory to it that doesn't really affect play. Like you could either ignore it, but you know it's set in this universe. There's a lot of books and novels and background to it that go back for 40 years. They constantly publishing books about different clans and different warriors, and you know some of them are just like mercenary units, and others are like old house families that come through. It's a really good background and history to it that I would say would be like 40K light.
Ooh, get you a little bit intrigued, reel you into the dark universe.
But the gameplay is real simple. You basically get a card with the mech on it, and it has little like circles on it, and when you take damage, you just roll the dice, and it'll tell you how much damage you do, and then you roll where the damage happens. So you just mark off the little pips, and then when when that pip fills up, or that section like your arm or torso or leg fills up, that becomes no longer good. You can even target weapons, and you know weapons become malfunctioning, or you can push and jump, and you can do different things. There's a power source and everything like that. And that's where it gets complicated, because you can really build these mechs yourself, individually, and tweak them out. Not in this system, but in the other system. But this is the real basic one. But if you really wanted to get in a quick jump in, not even a quick, but if you really wanted to jump into BattleTech, but you thought it was too complicated
or too expensive,
$25 will get you a couple of miniatures, and even the miniatures aren't that much. We carry a pretty good line of stuff here, at least to get you started.
You could ask one of us; we'll order it for you.
Yeah,
you want something.
And it's just I was surprised. I honestly was surprised how easy this was to get into, because I can remember BattleTech when it's always like, oh my god, this is going to be forever.
This sucks.
Yeah, but this was a really easy jumping in point. So if you wanted to start playing BattleTech, this is where you go. 25, like I said, $25, and we got these. How does John say it? We got these on the shelves here at Immortals.
Got
or
these
online.
on the shelf here at Immortals or online, which is in the link in the description.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If you like what you see and you want to hear more about it, give us a like, give us a subscribe. If you want to talk more about BattleTech, or give me more information, or correct me on the BattleTech, or talk about it, comment.
Below.
And
you could join us too. Yeah. So that's an option.
Share it with somebody that wants to get into BattleTech, and here we are.
Boom.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you guys for watching this amazing BattleTech video. Made us all feel very old, but not me, of course. But
blah, blah.
Definitely you. But like we said, you could join, and I just want to give you guys a rundown on that. It's basically our 3-tier subscription system, where we kind of took our Patreon, ditched it, and then put it into this, and it tends to work out. And you get benefits unlike anybody else, unlike the normal viewer. You get exclusive badges, emotes. You get videos before everybody. One of our tier subscriptions, you get a free Immortals Inc. apparel merch drop every month. Okay? Not going to sugarcoat that. And yeah, want to thank you guys for watching. And scan any of these QR codes right here to get acquitted. Let's go. Or affiliated. Not acquitted. That'd be him.